Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back.
What if your phone is quietly changing reality? Tiny wall textures, skin pores, and soft sunset shadows are what make memories feel real. But modern phone cameras often replace them with AI-enhanced versions. Food gets brighter, the moon can even be swapped for an artificial one. Photography shouldn't rewrite reality. So we took Canon's flagship full-frame camera as our benchmark and compared 4 top camera phones, Apple, Xiaomi, OPPO, and vivo, to see which stays closest to real life and which relies most on AI processing.
Big thanks to my tech partner over in China for providing this footage. I really appreciate the support in making this video happen. Hey everyone, Stella here from Techie Street. If you're into staying updated with the newest gadgets, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our latest tech content.
In bright daylight, each phone handles dynamic range differently. Apple sticks to realism, letting highlights clip a little sooner for a more natural look. OPPO plays it safe with balanced highlights and shadows. Vivo lands in the middle, keeping good contrast without crushing details. Xiaomi's Telephoto steals the spotlight with razor-sharp detail and bold images. Overall, Apple feels the most reliable, OPPO the most balanced, vivo the most atmospheric, and Xiaomi the most eye-catching. If natural light matters most, Apple, OPPO, and vivo lead. If you want maximum visual impact, Xiaomi wins. Things got even more interesting indoors under tricky warehouse lighting. Apple tried to neutralize the warm light a bit too much. OPPO stayed consistent, keeping bright and dark areas in balance. Vivo produced the cleanest image, separating colors and subjects beautifully for a more pleasing scene. Xiaomi boosted color and contrast, making everything pop instantly, though some bright areas became slightly overexposed. The cake display revealed even bigger differences. Apple stayed natural, OPPO kept dessert colors realistic without looking overly sweet. Vivo delivered rich colors and impressive depth, especially between foreground decorations and the background. Xiaomi packed in incredible detail with a Leica-style look, but it felt more like a creative filter than true realism. Looking back at the Canon shots, one thing became clear. Realism isn't about copying a camera, it's about preserving the feeling of the moment. Night photography delivered one final surprise. Around bright red neon signs, most phones matched the real colors surprisingly well, while the Canon actually shifted them slightly. Apple kept its familiar night look under control, with balanced neon and sky. The results were consistent and reliable, though not especially nostalgic, and a few indoor highlights still pushed a little too far.
This is where OPPO starts pulling ahead. It balances wet road reflections and glowing storefronts beautifully, packing in detail without looking overprocessed. Vivo takes the opposite route. It keeps the night dark, preserves the mood, and creates photos with real atmosphere instead of turning night into day. Xiaomi goes all in on impact. Neon signs, red lights, and reflections explode with bold color, making every shot instantly eye-catching. Display windows reveal another difference. Xiaomi, vivo, and Apple all slightly blow out the brightest highlights. OPPO keeps those highlights under control while preserving the natural balance between light and shadow. The result looks closest to what your eyes actually see. Backlit telephoto shots tell another story. All 4 phones handle flare well, but each has its own style. Apple's telephoto is solid, but fairly average. Xiaomi controls ghosting the best. OPPO keeps more background detail, while vivo does the best job preserving the lighting on the main subject, making it feel the most natural. As the sun sets and warm light fills the scene, every phone shines in a different way. Apple delivers the most reliable color accuracy. OPPO stays remarkably consistent, keeping reflections and light sources looking natural together. Vivo creates the strongest sense of depth, while Xiaomi impresses with razor-sharp detail and texture that make every object stand out. So after hundreds of photos, we're back to the big question. Should a smartphone capture reality or improve it? Computational photography absolutely matters. Without it, phones couldn't deliver this level of dynamic range, zoom, or night performance. But software should help overcome hardware limits, not replace natural light, texture, weather, or the real look of a scene. That's why I'm not crowning one overall winner. The real difference isn't just hardware anymore, it's philosophy. Some cameras aim for realism, others chase dramatic, social media-ready images, and some try to recreate the feel of a dedicated camera. That's what truly separates today's flagship phones. Instead, let's look at what each does best. If you want dependable results, natural skin tones, and consistency, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is the safest pick. If preserving natural lighting and giving you more editing flexibility matters most, choose the OPPO Find X9 Ultra. If you love emotional images with beautiful lighting and depth, the vivo X300 Ultra is hard to beat. And if you want bold colors, incredible detail, and maximum visual impact, the Xiaomi 17 Ultra is the clear choice. In the end, realism isn't about flat, lifeless photos. It's about preserving the original light and atmosphere while letting each brand express its own photographic style.